So your knees are hip width apart, no block for the time being. Arms out like an airplane. You're gonna give me an inhale, stay on the floor. On the exhale, you're gonna pretend you're reaching for a big bag of money. So you're gonna lift your head off the floor, go up into an upper crunch. You're gonna slightly tuck your tailbone. It's so tiny that visually nothing's going on. And you're also gonna protract your shoulder blades. So think of your shoulder blades traveling away from one another. You're gonna reach. Inhale, you're gonna come down, head and the pelvis. Exhale, you're gonna reach up, grabbing that big bag. If you don't want money, you can grab the candy or something. Maybe you're a fashionista, grab a bag of clothes. Inhale, come down. Exhale, reach. And can you feel your shoulder blades wrapping out? 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Chin stays off the chest, so we're not looking down to our pubic bone, we're looking diagonally up. 1 more inhale. Exhale, reach. And stay here. Bring the hands at the back of the head, so you're staying in an upper crunch, head off the floor, knees over your hip bones. Grab that block, place it somewhere between your knees, and we're gonna lightly press into it on the exhale. Otherwise, stay in your crunch. So inhale, you're staying, head off the floor. On the exhale, you're gonna lightly press into the block and try to find a higher lift into your crunch. With the crunch, guys, if you do my class, you already know this, the goal is not to go in, the goal is to lengthen through the spine, as if someone's pulling your head out. So you're creating longer space, length in the neck. Inhale, stay. Exhale, press into the block lightly and try to find deepening in your crunch. 3 more like that. Inhale, stay. If your six-pack area is burning, that's awesome. Exhale, lengthening through the whole spine, which includes our neck, and light push into the block. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen, and press into the block. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, push. Good job. Bring the block out of the way. Cross your right ankle over left. Take good momentum. Come up. Hands to the floor. 2 steps back into your knees and hands position. I'm going to grab that block again and place it between our knees again. So it's very close to the floor, maybe even slightly touching the ground. Wrist underneath the shoulders, right arm wraps to the back, left arm wraps to the back. So your triceps are pointing to the back of the room, not flaring out to the sides. Knees are pressing into the block. Take an inhale for me, stay in neutral spine. Take an exhale, curl your 10 toes, bring your knees just a tiny bit off the floor. Try not to move your spine. So there's no flexion, no extension, no cat-cow, no Shakira, nothing like that. So you're lifting neutral and lightly pressing into the block. Inhale, lower down, slightly tap the floor with your knees. Exhale, press the floor away. Create just a tiny bit of space between the knees and the floor and press your knees into the block. So a lot of people activating adductors, the inner thigh area, really helps with core engagement. 3 more like that. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. When you lower, it's so light that not even a little spider can hear you. 2 more. Actually, I don't know if they can hear sounds. Anyway, irrelevant. 1 more. Inhale, light tap of the knees to the floor. Exhale, push. Now bring your knees to a hover and stay. Don't move. Can you guys focus on your neck? And can you feel that your neck is getting longer? So from your upper back, upper spinal area, all the way into the neck, through the crown of the head, you're creating lots of length, lots of space. Hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Good. Put the block out of the way. Press up into a down dog. I call this the lazy down dog. So legs are bent, heels high off the floor. Doesn't matter how it looks visually. Look towards your thumbs. 2 big steps forward. Feet land outside of your hands. 45-degree rotation. Melt the bum down. Hand, release. Bravo, good. Grab the block, reach the arms forward, around through the spine. Let's go first, flexion, lowering. We go slow. We first bring the low back down, then the slow down, Anna, then the mid back, then the upper back, then arrive. Good. Block goes back between our knees, light push, arms out like an airplane. We're gonna inhale, stay as we are. I'm gonna exhale, bring both knees over to the right. How far can we go without peeling our left shoulder off the ground? That is the question here. Good. From here, without bringing the legs back, you're going to start slowly extending them out away from you into the boat position. Option 1, keep your head on the floor. It's harder that way. Option 2, if you like, you can bring your head off the floor, and you might find that it's easier to bring your low back on the ground. What we want to not have is our abdominal area lifting up, kind of creating this triangle-like shape. We want to flatten it out. From there, both knees will travel over to the left. How far to the ground can you go without bringing your right shoulder off the ground? And from here, we're going to drive our knees into our chest and try to bring our bum slightly off the floor. Please don't rely on momentum, so it's not a hop, it's more of a slow peel off. Inhale, stay here in this tight ball position. Exhale, bring both knees over to the left. So now your right outer shoulder stays down. Next inhale, you start moving the legs away from your center. Exhale, you arrive into the boat. As you exhale, pretend that you're really engaging through the core, so you're able to put a pair of jeans on that's a size smaller than your actual size. Inhale, start moving your knees over to the right. Exhale, arrive into your twist. Inhale, start moving your knees into your chest. Exhale, complete your tight ball position. So your bum is slightly off the floor. If you do pull, think of like a mini invert lift. Let's go 2 more. Legs over to the right on the exhale. Left shoulder stays down. Inhale, start extending the legs out. Exhale, you arrive into the boat. If you peek down on your abs, they should not be bloating up. Legs over to the left. As you exhale, you arrive. Inhale, start moving them into your chest. Super tight ball, so you can fit into a carry-on travel bag. Let's go last one to the left. On the exhale, knees travel to the ground. Right shoulder stays down. Inhale, legs start slow. Consciously move slow, especially if you have a strong center. Don't rush through it. Feel like you're almost putting yourself into a mental challenge box where you want to stay within that discomfort. Knees go over to the right, left shoulder down, and then back into the tight ball. Good, move the block out of the way. This time left ankle crosses over right. Take good momentum, come up. Hands to the floor, 2 steps back. If you want to make this part harder, you can put an ankle weight on. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to really focus on my breath, so you can do the same. Let's start with our right leg extending out. So your right leg is going to go behind you. And I want you to take a moment and feel the glutes. So if you extend and all you feel is your back, reset, try again. Pull the belly button up. Left hand is going to go behind your head. Just by standing in this position, can you feel your abdominal area being on? Just give yourself a moment, stay in the stillness. On your next exhale, whenever you're ready, drive that right knee into your left elbow, around through the spine. Think of slightly letting that left elbow travel out to the right. So it is a crunch and a little bit of a twist to the right. Does that make sense? So you're kind of like rotating your front body a little bit to your right knee versus just staying in the center. And then on the exhale, next exhale, you're going to go in the opposite way. Right leg is going to extend and you're going to rotate over to the left. If you're not paying attention here, it's very, very easy to flop over and fall. Stay high over your left hip. Let's go again. On your next exhale, crunch and rotate your front body slightly to the right. Inhale, you start expanding, extending. Exhale, you complete the twist. Now keep going. Exhale in. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Keep going. 4. Core is essentially a layered pressure management system. So if we're not breathing while doing abdominal focused exercises, it's always a waste of time. So really focus on the breath. Bravo, good job. Keep going. Exhale in. And I want you guys to imagine that you are balancing a super hot cup of coffee on your left glute, right above the pelvis. And it's the last cup of coffee you have at home. If you don't drink coffee, matcha. If you don't drink matcha, I'm out of examples. Something you like to drink in the morning. Stores are closed, it's a long weekend. Do not drop that cup. Good, 2 more like that, doing great. Alexandra, abdominal area stability is Power. Good job. Beautiful. One last one, your best one. Exhale, twist. And next exhale, twist out. Good, bring the left hand down, right foot down, extend your left foot out, and give me a full plank position. Now without dumping, so pretend there's like a big fire underneath your pelvis, so if you dump, you burn yourself. You kind of have to go slightly over. Start tucking under, so give me a big lower crunch. Shift your shoulders past your fingertips as much as you can. You almost want to find yourself on your tippy toes, balancing right over your toes. Now start carefully melting your pubic bone down. You are actively pressing the floor away. You're not sinking into your shoulders. Bring your pelvis down, keep your knees off the floor. Now wrap your triceps to the back. Pretend your triceps are trying to wrap your rib cage. Press your chest forward. Keep your knees off the floor. Keep your quads on. Can you extend your knees fully? Can you feel your quads? Now slightly lift your chest and think of your sternum, the middle area of your chest, pressing forward and up. Hold it here, 3, 2, 1. Now we reverse. You're gonna tuck the chin for me, so chin to chest. You're gonna start pressing the floor away with your arms. And then at the very end, you're gonna pull the belly button up and tuck your tailbone under. So you arrive back into this plank-like position, but you're slightly flexing through your spine. Good. One more like that. We travel forward, keeping our tailbone tucked. Think shoulders over your fingertips. Now at the speed of a slow turtle, you melt your pelvis down. When you're ready, start wrapping your triceps back. So think right arm rotating clockwise, left arm rotating counterclockwise. Press your chest forward, slightly connect your shoulder blades, chin is high, chest is pressing forward and up. Good, reversing, tuck the chin. Start pushing the ground away, slightly rolling the shoulders forward, belly button up, tailbone tucking under. Good job. Look at your thumb, 2 big steps forward, left foot, right foot. Good, 45-degree rotation in the feet, hips come down. Left hand, right hand, bump to the ground. Reach the feet, reach the arms, round through the spine, come slowly down. I did not forget about the left side. We'll get there. Good. Grab your block.